I'm Sarah Spencer Chapman and I'm an osteopath. I came down to Hereford about a year and a half ago and bought Hereford Osteopathic Centre, having worked in Shetland for 7 months. I've been an osteopath for the past 20 years and worked in the health field for 30 years. And before that I was a professional ocean sailor. I chose to be an osteopath because of a very personal experience when I was 22, involving an accident off the coast of Kenya. It was an open boat. We were sailing up the east coast from Malindi above Mombasa to Lamu, and we basically hit a storm at night and were blown onto a breaking reef, which was quite terrifying. However, the boat was picked up and deposited on the rocks to be spat out onto the other side. And our crew, who were 2 African boat builders, were catatonic with fear. We got the boat sailing and we shipped in 3 massive great seas and the boat sank like a brick. We all went down with the boat, and I can remember coming to the surface and being so thankful to be able to breathe air, but then being horrified that I might be the only one alive, and shouted. And to my relief, we found all 4 of us, plus a red and white life ring which had come to the surface. We had a situation on our hands because the 2 non-swimming Africans were panicking, and we needed to calm them down. We towed a man each for the whole night, and 2 of us made it ashore after about 9 hours. Very sadly, we lost the 2 Africans after about 8 hours, and I can remember regaining consciousness on that beach and standing looking at the sea and making a promise that I would one day give something back to Suleimani, who was the man who I towed. And that is the reason that I trained as an osteopath. 25 years after that accident, I joined a humanitarian medical team, and we went into Kibera in 2005 after the post-election violence. We lived in the slum, and we set up our clinic by tying sheets between the poles in order to demark the different treatment areas that people would use. And we made a promise that we would give out numbers. We gave out 50 numbers and said to the hordes of people who queued up to come and see us that we would guarantee that we would treat 50 of them, but everybody else who was waiting would have to wait, and if we couldn't treat them, we couldn't. This lady was carried in and put on our couch, and she was evidently dying. We treated her for about 20 minutes, and then we wrapped her in blankets and carried the couches around the couch that she was lying on so she could feel that we were there and she wasn't alone, and we waited really for her to die. And after about an hour, she threw back the blankets, leapt off the couch, came and gave us all a great big hug and left. And that's something that's stuck in my memory. And we all discussed it at the end of the day. And we were astounded at how she had recovered. And no doubt she had taken herself off and had been able to die in her peace, in her own way, in her own place. I go back as a humanitarian osteopath to Kenya whenever I can. I absolutely love it. And I spent a year out there putting to bed my trauma, and went down to 25 kilometres from where we sank and was unceremoniously thrown into the water to swim off that coast, which was a bit traumatic. But the second day when I was taken out, I was able to tread water and just look at this very remote, wild coast and accept that an accident had happened and put to bed a lot of that trauma. So when I found this house in Letton in August of last year, I could hardly believe my luck. It was what I'd been looking for probably for most of my life, here on a plate. It offers a home, and it has an indoor heated swimming pool, which is about 21 foot by 24 foot, and has a hot tub. Also has a a shed which is rather grandly called a gym, because it has gym equipment in it, and a garage that was being used as a hairdressing salon. And it was just ideal. I thought I could actually see patients here from home. It's private, it's out in the countryside, it's peaceful. The bird life is absolutely amazing. And it offers the opportunity for people to actually come here and to just come down a notch from their day-to-day life, which is what treatment is all about. I've had the garage, bottom of the garage, converted into treatment rooms, which was completed 2 weeks ago, and my eternal thanks to Jeremy Lode for that, and his mates. And the pool I will start working in probably in about a month's time, and can do hands-on hydrotherapy there and water exercise programs.